Yes, a notification. All right, Michelle, we only need to do one more pickup job for Lyft and I can finally get my tires fixed. Haven't had much work, money's tight, I'm living off beans, but at least I can make ends meet by doing Lyft. No more going 35 and a 55.
Go get my money, money.
Okay, so where is she?
Big mama swag, she gon' need your ride. Walking tall, got that fire inside. Head held high, she owns the show. Ain't nobody stopping her, just watch her glow.
Girl, you cannot get up in this car. So on my last video, I had so many people asking, Michelle, are you going to talk about the woman who called Lyft and the Lyft driver came up and saw that she was 500 pounds and would probably damage his car if she got in? And he looked at the door, looked at her, looked back at the door and said, ma'am, you can't get in this car. As in you physically cannot squeeze through. According to the article, it says, driver refuses service, afraid she might burst his tires.
People know what cars they can fit in. Do they though?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we do. I can fit
Nice,
any
nice,
car.
nice.
I don't know anything about this story. You guys told me about this, so I have no script done. I didn't even really look into it. But the fact that they used for this picture a SUV and she can barely, it's pretty tight here, fit into this makes me think the Lyft driver had a smaller car and she probably couldn't fit in, as she can barely fit in this one right here. So before we get into the TikTok meltdown,
I felt like I should have been accommodated. I am a human being. I am regular. I feel like I'm already skinny.
that I'm hoping didn't go into her favor, let's talk about Dank Demos.
Mirror cracking when I step into the frame. Waistline expanding, but my game's untamed. Driver saying, nah, girl, you too wide. Watch me squeeze in, ego can't be denied. I can't fit, but you gon' let me ride. Take up all the space, no shame, no pride. Anger in my belly, confidence on high. Lyft can't handle me, watch them all comply. Diet plan fell in, but I'm still flexing. Sweatpants swag, my curves perplexing.
This video is sponsored by you. All I want is for y'all to hit the subscribe button. I don't know the algorithm, okay? I don't have a mentor, a manager, a producer, a sensei. How do YouTubers have these things? I thought we were just posted videos. But I do know subscribing, sharing, and leaving a comment helps trick the algorithm. So will you help me trick the algorithm today by screaming, you can't fit? Let's mosey on over to Dank Demos' TikTok. I want to know who Dank Demos is before we see the thing that's making her very famous and many people talk about her. My life as a BW rapper. So I don't mean to talk about anybody's body, but with these type of topics, that's literally the whole topic and you kind of have to. I think the outfit's very cute, but being that we know what she had a little TikTok meltdown all about, and she's walking around here with these legs, her fat from her ankles are seeping out from her socks. That's why that you're gonna get upset that a Lyft driver can't lift you with their car.
Mirror check the bounce, curves doing damage. Got the world looking, queen staking her vantage. Haters see the shape, they can't handle my leverage. Crown heavy attitude, savage can't manage. Thick thighs, power strides, doubt is in my rear view. Boss moves, gold shoes, nothing they can compare to.
You know, I'm not a TikTok connoisseur. I'm not a professional. I don't get paid on there or anything. I literally just like to watch what other people are doing. But this was supposed to be day in the life of a BW rapper, and all we saw was her struggle to walk to the location and then kind of stand in one spot and wave her arms around a little bit. On one of these day in the life of a fat vlogger or fat rapper, she fell, y'all. She fell and her own body couldn't get her up. Once again, I don't know if the Lyft driver that came to pick her up was in like a smaller car. I don't know that yet. What I do know is there's a picture right here where she's taking up most of the space in the snack aisle. Miss ma'am, you can't, I mean you can, because you did. But very weird to get upset when a Lyft driver says, no, not my car. Y'all skinny bitches be trying to bully us. But she can't be talking to me. I do not identify as skinny. I identify as a muscular mommy.
Worship me.
Yo, I'm honestly just tired of these skinny bitches coming for us.
To be fair, there's a lot of obese people telling other obese people online that you probably should try to lose weight.
I just spent 20 minutes crying in my car before walking into my gym class right now. And this is just another reminder, but don't get fat. Put that burger down.
Or, you know, like the people from my 600-pound life. I have never, ever seen any of them tell people it's great sitting up in this room by myself waiting for someone to wash my butt cheeks. So are they bullying, or are they trying to warn people to put the Popeyes down? But who better to critique the community than obese people, because they know how it is. And I know, like, we saw her knees, they be hurting. We know it. It's not just skinny girls that give y'all hate. It's those fat guys with microphones.
You said somebody likes me? Yeah? Who? You know, I can't do big girls, bro. Okay, just because I'm big doesn't mean I have to like big girls. I can't date somebody who doesn't look after their health and doesn't want to be healthy, bro. Fat
men with microphones are the most diabolical when it comes to fat women. We've seen that a few times on this channel. All right, let's get back to tired of skinny bitches.
But I'm talking about the in the back that always got something to say. Bitch, leave us the alone. You be small as hell, be wanting to be called Big Mama.
I don't know any skinny woman that wants to be called Big Mama.
Oh my God, Big Mama, are you okay?
Who wants to be called that? She didn't see the memo. Ozempic is in. Skinny is in. Bone bitches are back. Where have you been? It's 2025. The Kardashians set the stage. Everyone follows.
I'm tired of seeing y'all statuses in with fat bitches, big bitches, or big bitch.
We are gonna have a doozy censoring this out.
Blankety, blankety, blank.
Jasmine, have fun. I hope your fingers are okay.
My head is cramping.
It doesn't seem like this is bullying. This seems like this is just something that bothers you because they're not fat enough for you. I'm 5'2", an extra 20 pounds. I'm a big girl. I'm big. My knees are hurting. My hips are hurting. Who are you, Miss 500 pounds, who can't fit into a lift to tell me that I am not a big girl? That's a little rude. Just because you're mega fat and can't fit into things doesn't mean other people aren't struggling being a little bigger. Jesus.
Leave us alone, because we ain't worried about shit y'all got going on.
That's a lie. You're very worried about if they hashtag big girl or big mama.
Y'all need to worry about why we 300, 400, 500, 600 pounds and we never have complaints about how we smell.
What?
It be y'all, bitch.
This rant is not organized and messing with my brain a little bit. We went from people tagging things and calling themselves big mama. She didn't like that. And now she's talking about people saying that obese people smell. And it actually being the skinny people that smell bad. As someone who's worked with a lot of obese people, within the first few minutes of working out, it does start to smell, especially the bigger that you get. There's more crevices. Ladies, we've got boobies, some of us. Some of you guys can go braless. Wow, jealous of you. The more flap you have, the more sweat you get in between the flap. And if you don't wash it, what happened? It starts to get a little rancid.
Like, y'all really be having us up. Ain't nobody gonna say it, but I am. I'ma say it. Y'all hoes be having us Y'all do. Y'all be having us so up. Y'all be worried about the wrong shit.
What does you got me effed up mean? GMFU is an internet slang acronym that means got me effed up. It's used when someone has you all out of sorts of feelings, a lot of feels, usually negative ones. Okay, just wanted to clarify, so I guess she does care despite what she said about 5 seconds ago.
I'm sorry to break the news to you, but you don't have a fat.
News to me, I didn't know in this community, people want a lot of body fat on their vagina. I like how she keeps telling people to leave her the F alone, but she's the one that started the whole conversation with y'all skinny keep bullying us, but then she just goes in on skinny bitches.
They are not a big mama.
Trying to control what they say on their statuses, and then told them that their pussies aren't fat enough.
We don't be coming for y'all unless y'all come for us.
I don't know. That kind of seems a little bit bully-like to me. And then at the end, she made sure to remind people, I'm a musician, just so you know.
It's time for me to drop my song, okay? Because I have a song called He in Love with a Fat.
I love the shameless plug, but very odd rant to end with, by the way, I've got a song called
He in Love with a Fat Bitch.
I can't fit, but you gon' let me ride.
Dank's music is pretty interesting. And by interesting, it's got a lot of naughty words in there and a lot of talk about bring that eggplant over here, boy.
You busy? Come put that dick on me real quick.
Oh boy, you got me shaking. Go deep.
Yo, not his face. He looks so dead inside. Like, I don't know. He just doesn't look happy to be there. Usually when men get these types of women, they're ecstatic to be suffocated. He looks like he's trying to say, when is this over? See, he just doesn't look like he's ecstatic for whatever's about to go down. Two people are giving her fires. One just looks confused and the other one's just laughing. The other interesting thing about her music is that you can tell she's winded during these performances and gasping for air after each vocal segment.
I guess these bitches in they feelings cause they not me. I done made an impact from this bitch. Who gon' stop me?
I'm skinny in my head. Yeah, I'm skinny, like I said.
On the stage,
I go to the gym.
Yep, we're gonna get to that interview in a second because she probably should have never done it at all.
Big day for a big mother.
The way that she just really like wobbled in was very on brand for morbid obesity.
Bitch, you know that rap like this. In any city, I'ma talk my shit. Stand down when you see a boss. The coldest nigga, I walk with a limp.
Oh, she writes that into her raps too. The whole limp thing, I think that's her brand, that she can't really walk very well. And do I need to remind you about the whole falling off the stage and not being able to pick her own body up? Her whole shtick is that she is the like a fat rapper and she has trouble walking. There's a lot of videos of those. But you know what? For someone who cannot walk really well, the bitch is very flexible.
Big mama swag, she gon' need your ride. Walking tall, got that fire.
So yeah, she's a super big woman. Yes, it looks like she has a really hard time walking. Her knees are screaming out to just please lose just a little bit. Give us a little bit of relief. But she is losing weight.
This is the body that y'all used to seeing. This body.
All right, let's add in she loses her breath just by talking about exercise. We didn't even start the workout yet. And you guys, I'm not shaming people who are big and working out. To be clear, you know I love when people get active, but keep in mind, she's suing a company because her feelings got hurt that she was too big to get serviced in a small car. But you know, she's in the gym punching, she's doing her kickbacks, she's reaching for her toes, grabbing those little piggies. You know, she can lift her legs, and those are some big legs. I think we all know that now. She calls herself the BBW rapper girly. She can lift her legs up. I don't know if a lot of people that are that big can do that. That's some weight. All right, I just got done with my workout. My limbs are nice and awake. I want to see if I can do what she was doing. 1, 2, and 3. That's the top shelf. Okay, now imagine my leg being like, I don't know, 250 pounds? That's pretty impressive for a morbidly obese woman. What are you looking at? Why are you watching me, freak? Creep? And for someone who is so large, she's got some flexibility. How many of us can do a front split? I know I can't. And I mean, your vagina all the way to the ground. I know what you're saying right now. She has a fat kitty, but I mean, still, we gotta give her some props. Okay, now that we have a little bit of background on Dank Demos, she's mad at anyone smaller than her that calls themselves fat or big mama. She's very particular who can use that name. She walks with a limp. She can do the splits and she can lift her leg while she's laying down. She takes up a lot of space going through the snack aisle, but she does fit. But what she can't do is fit into this Lyft driver's car.
I can't fit, but you gon' let me ride. Take up all the space, no shame, no pride. Anger in my belly, confidence on high. Lyft can't handle me, watch them all comply.
This Lyft driver denied me service because of my size. Well, we've seen the full size. I'm just gonna take a guess here and say that I am probably on the Lyft driver's size. Because if I had a small car and I saw you walking up, I probably wouldn't even interact. I just drive off. You can report me, it's fine. At Lyft, I'm humiliated and embarrassed. Hashtag wrong, hashtag discrimination. That's what we're looking for in this video. We're looking for wrong and discrimination because she's too big. Not because somebody can get hurt, but discrimination.
This Lyft driver denied me service. BC of my size.
The AI TikTok voiceover was just the wrong choice. Hashtag wrong. We got it. We already got that one. That was wrong.
What you saying?
Yeah, I got no space at mom. My car is small.
I can fit in this car.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. If I'm telling someone, hey, sorry, you can't fit into this car, and they're like,
I can fit in this car.
if I say you can't fit in my car, you can't fit in my car. And I mean that in a very disrespectful way. There's the disrespect because, excuse you, if I say you can't fit in my house, guess what? That's the reality because it's my house, my car. That's all I wanna say. Because, excuse you?
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. So, I'm sorry.
What am I gonna do about my money?
I'm gonna cancel it. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in the Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yes. You can barely fit in the aisle of the snack section. It's physically impossible for you to get in this. It's a tiny car.
500-pound individual cannot be in a Mercedes.
If I press play, I want him to slap her in the face with reality. Please, God, do not say something nice. Tell her you need to get into a larger car. You need a special type of car for your special type of body.
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
Thank you. Thank you for not saying, okay, we'll try it, then his car gets damaged.
You think I can't fit in a car?
We can see you. That's how we look at the car, we look at you, and then we make an educated guess.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
This is embarrassing for her to be so adamant of getting into a small car to for what, to prove to who that you can fit. Who cares? Find another Lyft driver. They will come pretty quickly.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car?
The irony of that is not only him, everybody else.
And I might get some backlash for this, but I'm a big girl myself, y'all. Like, I'm not skinny. But the Uber driver was right. You're not getting in my car that big. I'm sorry, you're not.
Bro, that's what she look like? That's how she look? Man, I thought old girl getting denied the Lyft ride was a little fat. I thought she was like a little fat. Why I'm just not seeing the video and old girl is obese. Talking about some 500 pounds.
You knew when that Lyft pulled up, you was too big for that car. Listen, I drove for Uber before, right? The reason they're driving Uber or Lyft is because they need the money. The car was on its last tire. You heard it. Tick, 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 tick.
So he ends up saying, I have really old tires, so I don't know if this isn't gonna work.
So I gotta order another Lyft.
And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
What I got to do with your tires?
Everything, Miss BBW. I mean, honestly, this was a very nice way to put it instead of being super rude, because I could imagine how this could go if another driver drove up. All in all, I think the driver talked way too long to this woman. I would have driven off already anyway, but I will finish the clip for you guys.
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
Well, now's the time, honey. Congrats. You have ascended to a percentage of America who has to take extra steps, pun very intended, to be able to function in society.
You know, I'm really sorry.
What's your name?
Abraham Cardi.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, so that was it. I guess this blew up. She asked for his name, and usually that would probably end at it, right? Like, it goes viral, and then people know her as the woman that couldn't fit into the Lyft car and complained about it. A huge Sharon, literally. I think the biggest one that we've had on this channel. But apparently, her feelings were so hurt, she's suing the ride-sharing company alleging discrimination. I've been in cars smaller than that, she told Fox 2. I just want them to know that it hurt my feelings. Oh, hell. I understand it hurting her feelings, but a whole lawsuit because of what you did to your body? All right, so apparently the news gave her the time of day. Let her wobble up on their news station. So let's see what she's got to say. News Edge Fox 2, 11 p.m. Ooh, she got the late night spot. That means they had nothing else to talk about and they saw, oh, fat lady can't fit into a car. Sounds about good for 11 o'clock.
Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have.
Not that car. I don't like the pure entitlement. If a Lyft driver says you can't get in my car because you're too big, just be like, all right, you should probably understand, right? You're 500 pounds.
I've been in cars smarter than that, you know?
Why though? Why would you forcibly squish yourself into a tiny car like a Pillsbury muffin? Wait, are there Pillsbury muffins? Like a Pillsbury biscuit. And listen, I know she's trying to lose weight and whatnot, but there's this part when she's walking with the news reporter. This girl is struggling to, one, fit into the hallway, and two, there's a water fountain that she has to make sure to swing her hips out the way so that she doesn't break anything.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires.
Well, tire pressure is a thing, and if your tires, like he said, might have been messed up, that could be really bad.
You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face.
No, the slap in the face is you suing him over this. You are perfectly fine, girl.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
Well, there it is, you guys. If your feelings get hurt, don't try to deal with it. Don't look inside and see, why does this hurt me so bad? Past trauma, something going on, just a bad day. What is it? Is it something I can fix that actually really bothers me? Why are my feelings hurt? Instead of reflecting and seeing any of that, you just sue the person and get them fired. You know? I like that. It's an easier way to not hold yourself accountable. Okay, but look at her Weird ass lawyer who has very bulging eyes but even bigger ears.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
She's 500 pounds, sir. What do you mean illegal and wrong?
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
Oh my God, if she wins, I don't pray or anything, but if she wins, I'm praying for her downfall. I do not want to see her make it in the music industry at all. This is very wackadoodle and stupid.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car.
What? No, you didn't. Old ear man bring up it's the same thing as being black. This, and then that fat black woman sat there and said, yep, this is the same thing Martin Luther King and Malcolm X fought for. Rosa Parks is once again rolling over in her grave.
Or I don't want to have Christians in my car or Muslims in my car.
No, not the same thing. That's not it at all.
It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
Okay, well, I don't know law. He knows more than me, but I'm just saying, I don't want to put this out there. I hope y'all lose, but I do know how to use Google. So the lawsuit that her lawyers were referencing doesn't apply to her and her little issue.
The law in Michigan to help overweight people from discrimination does not apply to vehicles, only employment and housing. So both Lyft and the girl is wrong because he was in his rights both morally, physically, and legally.
Dank Demos has been going at it on TikTok to make sure she keeps this influx of people looking at her aflowing. She started a YouTube channel.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
She's making sure to tell everyone where she's gonna be at for her rap performances.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Big Dank for a big motherfucker nigga. And I will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, January 31st.
She's even shooting her shot, sliding at the DMs of some men so that they can play with her extra fat kitty cat.
Somebody, anybody, please tell this man to call me. Babe, we don't never in our life have to eat Chipotle.
Well, that's good that she doesn't force her future lovers to eat a lot. But with more fame comes more criticism. And remember that little rant she had in her car about skinny women are bullies and they always got something to say? Well, and now everybody got an opinion from the thins to the fats. Especially after she professed her love to that man on Facebook and someone commented and said, he don't like women that get people fired.
Like, why the f y'all keep on saying that man got fired?
Oh, did he not get fired? I did see captions saying, or not, yeah, captions of people on like TikTok and everything saying she got him fired. Let me... No, I'm not seeing that he did get fired. So I'm not sure if that's wrong. I feel like they would have fired him, but I am not confirming that.
I didn't even report the I didn't do none of that.
I mean, but you did do a whole video about him and then went on the news and you have 2 attorneys that look, I don't want to make fun of somebody's looks, but they just look like the goofiest attorneys that are taking on this case. But that's what they do, right? Like they see an option and I'm guessing they think they wouldn't have taken it if they don't think they can win. So maybe she's gonna win against Lyft.
Stop saying that man got fired. I don't know who the fuck came up with that lie.
No one. The only one lying has been you, Dank Demos. You should have kept your mouth shut, but she had to go on the Breakfast Club.
So so people know you're not suing the individual, you're suing the corporate company.
Yes.
That's not true either, is it?
One of the guys whip out a long list of what she's suing Lyft for.
Because of the refusal, she suffered stress, humiliation, embarrassment, outrage, mental anguish, fear and mortification, emotional damages, economic damages, non-economic damages. What is that? Attorney fees and costs, and they left it open for other damages to be discovered. You're suing Lyft and...
John Doe the Lyft driver. John Doe the Lyft driver. John Doe the Lyft driver. We're gonna leave that up to the attorney.
Anyway, she's got a lot of people on her page now asking certain questions, giving her a lot of critique. I'm legit curious. When you fly, do you buy 2 seats? And if so, how would this be any different? And if it's different, how so? She didn't answer that. I would love to know because it's not. The bigger you are, the more seated you need for the butt. Same thing goes for a car. Now, you didn't report him. You just tagged his employer. Exactly. That's a report now. Putting it on TikTok, it'll turn into a whole case. You recorded him clear as day. You tagged Lyft though. Why did you sit up there and file a lawsuit? Y'all gotta understand, I'm in defense mode. I don't come to social media bothering people. Kinda called out skinny girls. Or getting in people's business. I know some of these words. This is hard to read a little bit. This is from me, who is really bad at spelling. It's a little wild in here. Business. I make music. Advocate for big people. I need and help families. And I stay to myself. So if I snap on you, you had to then say something that rubbed me the wrong way. I'm the nicest, caring, most passionate person ever. I'ma try to ignore the comment. Dang. The people that say that they're the nicest person, usually not very nice. But to reiterate that she is nice, she made sure to repost her friends talking about her.
So a good friend of mine, Dank Demos,
Very popular rapper.
I never heard of her until she couldn't fit into that car. Not to be rude at all, but is she a very popular rapper? People in the comment section, let me know. Do you know who she is?
So instead of our fellow woman, let me correct that, our fellow black woman.
No, don't do that. That doesn't work over here. I'm not gonna just blindly support anyone just because they're black, or because you're a woman, or because your is fat. I don't care. Are you an idiot?
Again, our fellow heavy-set black woman.
Oh, okay, this doesn't include. I'm not heavy-set. I do not have the fat kitty. But also, women in my comment section, heavy-set women in my comment section. Bonus points if you're a heavy-set black woman. I guess your voice is more important in this situation. Would you band together with her just because she's fat and black? Because I swear if you say that, you will. Kind of annoying.
Come together to offer her peace and kind words. You motherfuckers on these apps bashing her.
Because it was stupid. You are not gonna sit up here, tap your head, and tell me because I'm black, I have to lift this woman up. Because I literally cannot do that. The fact that she is so big that she can barely fit into an aisle in the snack area and then complain that someone didn't want her in their small car is wild. The fact that she can sit on this machine and I don't even know what it is because her body's just engulfing it and then complain that someone doesn't want her in their car and not understand why is wild. The fact that she calls herself the BBW rapper that usually goes for women who are around 500 pounds and then complain that someone doesn't want them in their small car is wild and entitled and stupid and delusional. What is happening? Why are we here? Okay, so now a lot of the fat girls are chiming in and I'm nosy. I want to know what they have to say.
Mirror cracking when I step into the frame.
Big girl that got denied the lift because of her size. This is what I have to say to you. Body is tea, okay? But it's a gallon of tea.
I feel like if I was obese and someone said, your body's tea, like a gallon of tea, that would hurt. That would get me. I'd have my feelings hurt.
You knew damn well that you was too big to get a regular lift.
Right, she knew. So then, with that fat girl, another fat girl came in and responded to that.
What makes you think it's okay to come over here and body shame somebody else and you a big bitch yourself?
How is that body shaming? If people say body is tea, but you're a gallon of tea and you're a proud fat woman, wouldn't it make sense for that analogy to be a gallon of tea? Like, you're not a cup of tea, you're a whole gallon.
But if she was big, small, skinny, whatever, she should have never gotten denied.
Well, she wouldn't have gotten denied if she was skinny though. I feel like all the words are going like in toward the ear and they're like, skitcher, they kind of block them and just go over their heads. And they just think that it's because the driver doesn't like her. He didn't like her.
You're weird.
I don't know, a little weird to sue somebody over this, in my opinion though. I just personally think it's wild that she is acting like she is so confused as to why this driver did not want her in the car. And the third pinned post is an extreme close-up of her gut. Okay, let's hop into more of what happened in this almost 40-minute interview that Dank Demos should have never agreed to. So she goes on the Breakfast Club and right from the start, about 15 seconds in, she complained that she couldn't really fit in the pretty wide chair that they have.
It's the only seat y'all got?
And then they had to drag a whole sofa for her butt cheeks to fit in comfortably. And she smugly says,
good, this is accommodation.
After they got the sofa for her to sit on, the hypocritical comments came rolling in. She constantly says through the interview that fat people should have accommodations.
Live in a world that's not always gonna be able to accommodate people that are
But we
plus
should
size.
though.
But then they ask her about clothing and she says she has a hard time trying to find anything to fit her.
I was in a store, I could fit nothing.
She probably has a hard time because of this.
I don't shop at big people places.
So then they decided to ask, do you sue the clothing stores?
Do you get mad at the clothing stores?
No, I don't.
Okay.
She even goes in and says that she makes her own clothes because she's so big.
I got me a little sewing machine, you know?
So tell me why she keeps saying she doesn't know how big she is and she thinks she's skinny and she don't understand. If she needs a sewing machine to make things fit her body. So she knows she has a special body type and she needs to look for other options. But then they ask, well, why didn't you just get an Uber XL, which is an option for people like her?
We shouldn't have to pay more for Uber XL or something like that.
And then she wraps that up with, it's not about the money.
Or to get a check, you know.
It's not about a check.
So what is it like?
I won't change. I keep telling that.
But she also says that she does not say the F word. It's a forbidden word. They weren't even allowed to say that when she was young at her house. By the way, I'm talking about the word fat.
You can't say in your house fat. You know, like.
Oh!
I'm not saying that word.
Not the F word that I had to constantly censor out through this whole video so I don't get demonetized whenever she opened her mouth.
Growing up, because I was the only bigger person, bigger child in my household. We couldn't say that.
So she says she doesn't like the word fat. It's very hurtful. Many of the cast was actually very nice to her, and they would say the F word or plus size, so they wouldn't say a word that offended her.
You say the F word in your songs?
I'm really not sure if she does or not, and I really don't feel like going on a hunt of her saying the F word in her songs, but I do know that she says the S word. We heard that, skinny. She even says skinny bitches with a hard S. So hypocritical point number 2. But the best part of the interview is her saying she's skinny and don't know how big she is, and everyone just kind of laughing.
I don't have a big person head. Like, I don't have. No, for real, y'all. For real, no, look. I don't have a big person mindset.
But then she followed that up with, I feel like I can fit in any car.
But I just feel like I can fit in any car, and I know I can, because any car that I
know you keep saying that.
I can.
And that makes it the best thing, because she seems like she's a little delusional, and the man was probably right not to let her get in the car because she don't know what's going on. Anyway, we found out that her whole family has a lot of heart issues.
My dad died from a heart attack.
Like I said, I don't know why she did this, but it didn't change my mind. It makes me think she's even more delusional than I thought she was. Like, I am so proud of her for trying to lose weight and being in the gym, touching her toes, being flexible. I think that's all great. She's progressing in her music career. Also, I saw that she's a really good singer, but this is goofy. It's deep into Toontown Disney type goofy shit. So I don't know why she's acting oblivious. Some things have weight limits, some things have height limits, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Right into certain people's mouth. Mine, honestly, I love cookies. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bring that forehead here. Bye.
I'm skinny in my head.
I can't fit, but you gon' let me ride. Take up all the space, no shame, no pride. Anger in my belly, confidence on high. Lift can't handle me, watch him all comply.